What a freaking way to end 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions here with another quick market update. Yes, the stock market is closed tomorrow in observance to New Year's. With that being said, we will be going live on Friday, so I hope to see you for our live trading session. That's the second link in the description down below when you're ready to join us. With that being said, one of the stocks that I want to quickly talk about is MSTR. MSTR today was down 2.35%, hitting new 52-week lows. MSTR, since the highs that it made in 2025 were $456 per share and is now trading, 167 days later, it is now trading 66.58% lower than what it was trading at 167 days. And the really funny part about this is that MSTR is making new lows, 52-week lows, even while Bitcoin is still holding above $87,000 per coin. So Bitcoin is not even selling off, right? And MSTR is still crashing. Now just imagine, just the seed that I want to plant. Now just imagine how bad MSTR is going to crash once Bitcoin actually begins to sell off. Because we all know that, again, speculative assets like Bitcoin don't normally thrive during uncertain times. And if 2026 in any way is uncertain, especially as markets trade currently at all-time highs, it's been an amazing year for the overall market. The NASDAQ market did close, again, a little bit in the red today, 0.83%, but we're nearly at all-time highs. SPY, nearly at all-time highs. QQQ, nearly at all-time highs. If we look at how 2025 has played out, over $9 trillion has been added to the U.S. stock market in 2025. The performance for 2025, S&P 500 added 16.39% and NASDAQ added 20.36%. It was an incredible year with a lot of volatility, and I would say that if there's a way to explain what 2025 was that literally almost anything and everything thrived. A lot of it had to do with the, I would say, how do we want to say it? The idea that under Trump and the confidence behind his administration, that markets would thrive. Although markets are at all-time highs, I do want to remind you that that doesn't represent how the average American is doing, right? There is a disconnect between the stock market and the average American. Inflation is still a big concern. The weakening and overall weak labor market is a really big concern right now. The Federal Reserve has a decision in January if they're going to be cutting rates, but according to the Fed Rate Monitor tool, there's like an 87% probability that they're going to pause again. There's only one rate cut planned for 2026. So again, a lot of things are uncertain, and if in any way there is a trigger that causes markets to sell off and enter some form of correction, which again, markets are overbought, corrections always happen. This is not to instill fear, it's just to prepare. If markets do begin to pull back, that's exciting. We'll be able to buy Microsoft, NVIDIA, Google, Apple, all those at much better prices. And again, the only people that freak out during market pullbacks are those crypto bros that are over leveraged, right? And it shouldn't be any of you guys. It doesn't matter if you're invested in something safe or invested in something speculative. You know that at overbought levels, as we're nearly trading at all-time highs, being incredibly leveraged is not going to be in your best interest. Let Michael Saylor be a great example of that. His average price for the past 5 years of buying Bitcoin is nearly $75,000. He's up like 16% in the past 5 years investing in Bitcoin. That means that Bitcoin just has to sell off a little bit for him to be in the red once again. He literally could have invested in anything. He could have invested in, the NASDAQ just this year, and he would be up more than his performance in the past, past 5 years. With that being said, I also wanted to share that today was officially Warren Buffett's last day as CEO for Berkshire Hathaway after 60 years with the company, the end of an era. On top of that, $325 billion was wiped out of the crypto market in 2025. And in my opinion, this is just the beginning. Just my opinion. If you're incredibly bullish in speculative assets like Bitcoin, then maybe you want to buy into this dip because you're so bullish. I think it makes more sense to buy now than it did at 126 or 127. I've said that before, but I would never buy with leverage. That's the big red flag, is I believe that anyone can invest in anything, especially as an American. That's the whole point of this free market. But please, do not over leverage yourself that you can't tolerate pullbacks. And we all know that if there's one asset that can pull back, Bitcoin is notorious for always crashing 70 to 80%. So please just look out for yourself. If you want to buy into it because you view it as a deal, I respect that. Just don't do it with leverage, which means borrowed money. And I have to give the highlight. MSTR falls to 52-week lows, on track to end 2025 down 48% for the overall year and 66% in just the past 167 days. One of my trades today, again, I ended up making a little bit over $5,700 net on the day, and that was with shorting QBTS. My LPP team actually got updates and got to watch me trade live as I shorted QBTS. And that's exactly what I'm here to do. I don't just talk about things, but I actually do it live. So again, if you want to kick off 2026 by being able to watch me trade live, keep it simple. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and it's the LPP group, right? You can start as a complete beginner. You get access to the A to Z video lesson library, the daily live trading session. So if you sign up today, you can start watching me trade live as soon as Friday once the market opens. And that's that second link in the description down below for a huge discount that ends tonight. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned your thumbs up. I wish you an amazing end of 2025, and hopefully you can learn from the unhealthy habits that we've all had last year, or this year, I guess, and we can start 2026 off on a better foot. And that just means being more calculated, more intentional, and hopefully more risk adverse. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.